Welcome to the Designated Drinkers Podcast 2.0. Sit back and enjoy the ride.
So you can shut the fuck up, you punk ass bitch!
Watch your profanity.
No, it definitely feels like a podcast because you're just sitting there with a coffee mug and you're like, so guys, what's going on?
Sit back, sipping some tea.
That's right, sipping some tea.
Except that it's coffee.
For audience listeners. Oh, well, that was weird.
It was
That
this.
was a loud pop.
Hold
Yeah.
on, let me adjust this real quick
Right. That's what I'm doing right now, bitch.
because I just fucking hit that with my hand and it made...
Yeah, Tom, stop being a hooker.
Fucking hoe bag.
Anyways,
All right.
hey, welcome to the new Designated Drinkers Podcast, all of 2.0. I was going to say, all of a sudden, we are bigger, better, stronger, faster, and our dicks are bigger. Maybe mine, but not them. Not theirs.
Yeah,
You know, getting an extension doesn't help you out in the bedroom that much. You won't feel it as good.
I don't know. Ask your mama.
Hey, maybe she'll stop being a bitch all the time.
we actually are recording on our new equipment for the first time.
That's right. You're welcome, listeners. We did this just for you.
I mean,
And-
we also did it for us. Let's
Yeah.
not lie.
So, by the way, there's I don't remember which episode, but one of the ones that we just recorded, there was a moment where I said, holla at you, future Carlo, listening to this. And then I went, fuck yeah, in my car. I'm driving, no problem. And all of a sudden I hear that, I'm like, fuck yeah, past Carlo, you're awesome. Dude, it was so embarrassing. I was like, I just answered myself from the past.
Well, it's just funny because even just us talking, like right now doing this podcast, it's weird like listening to myself.
Get closer.
It's weird listening to myself.
Yeah.
Just for the simple fact that I feel like I have to talk louder because I keep hearing myself talk and I'm like, oh no, I gotta talk louder.
Do you want me to turn your volume lower then?
No. You can
Okay.
leave it. I'm kind of adjusting to it. So,
Right.
But for our listeners, if this podcast isn't as great as some of the past podcasts, it's because we're still adjusting to the equipment.
No, it's going to
We're
be greater.
essentially we're essentially grabbing each other's dicks and going, oh yeah, this sounds so amazing.
It is.
But at the same point, we're trying to make this podcast great again. So
Yeah, we
you
are.
know,
Not that it wasn't great before, but it's better now.
yeah. Well, I just wanted to have a nice line there, and you just had to go and fucking bust my nut. Apparently, that's all that we do nowadays is bust each other's nuts. And that sounded really gay now that
Proud of you.
we're just over here busting each other's nuts, Like,
We are. We
Right.
first off said we're jacking each other off. Now we're busting nuts.
So what are we going to talk about today, guys?
I don't-
Because I have no fucking clue.
I have no fucking idea. How you guys been, huh?
Well, I told Tom this earlier, but last weekend, me and my dad went to, what's it called? A training. It's pretty much going to be like a training place.
For
but
what?
For welding.
Oh no shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, they just like built it across the street from where he works. So it's going to be like a big welding school.
Can you make a dick and balls and bring it on for the podcast?
Well, I first need to figure out if I got to set up an interview so I can ask them if they can do evening classes and if they have financial aid.
are you trying to do like learning a trade essentially?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well that's cool, man.
'Cause,
What made you think that? What made you want to do
my
it?
dad was talking to me, and then we actually went there and started because they had like VR equipment set up so you can like kind of practice welding but not actually weld.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, you get like put on a headset and everything.
You know what I would do?
What's that?
I would go up to that VR and then I would weld dick and balls.
Dude,
Just saying. I think it'd be really funny. I don't know why I keep saying dick and balls, guys, but it's a funny word right now.
I'm just saying that if you end up going to this school, you should definitely weld a dick and balls for the podcast.
Oh, I will.
And we'll just like set it right in the center of the table.
Right.
It'll be the designated drinker trophy.
No, it'll be called the designated cock.
And then for fantasy football, that could be the trophy
And
right.
when
or
we
the
hit-
losing trophy.
when we have guests on,
So for Michael,
we could just make them hold it the whole time. It'll be like a mandate of the podcast.
One thing is, if you laugh, lean back.
all right,
So
yeah,
that
I'll do
it's-
that.
Yeah, so that it's not.
Blowing ears out.
Yeah, it's not blowing
Eardrums.
ears out. That's right. You're
So-
welcome to our listeners that are wearing headphones.
And
Diane, you're one of them. I know you are.
and to people who deal with loud equipment all day and already losing their hearing and don't want to go any more deaf than they are,
Yeah, that's right.
like me.
I
Yeah,
also
that's true.
I also want to apologize for every single time Joe placed an ad, and it was just fucking me screaming because
No, you know what? Don't go apologizing because that's none of your business right there. That's comedic relief. That's what that is. No,
I think definitely.
it's fucking great.
No. It's it would be fine if it was more than anything me not screaming because I was wearing headphones the other day and I was listening to the podcast, dude, and it was me screaming.
At the top
Here's
of
an
your
ad,
lungs.
here's an ad, dude, and I fucking had to wrench my fucking headphones off of my ear. I was like, fuck, that fucking hurt.
Well, you know what the best part was like I was saying yesterday. I was driving and he just threw it in there because it was like right in the middle of you saying something. It scared the shit out of me just because I'm like what the fuck? That was out of nowhere. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, dude, it's super fucking random. Like,
It was great though.
I guess.
I loved it. Made me happy.
Made
Stop
you
fucking
moist.
with your mic.
No, I gotta fuck with it because I'm trying to find my spot. I'm trying to be comfortable.
Oh.
I'm trying to be a classy hooker.
But not
By the
that
way, guys,
close.
I got really close to the mic when I said that. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep telling you guys you're welcome. the
Hey
entire time.
guys, welcome to the Designated Drinkers podcast.
We're gonna have to re-record the intro now
Oh yeah,
because that was fucking that was
crisp.
that was crispy as fuck.
I mean, I'm definitely okay with doing it. After we record the first episode, if you want to, we can.
Yeah, that would be
Oh,
great
yeah.
actually.
Just so this way it all kind of flows together. But I mean, we're still gonna have all our shitty clips in the beginning of it because you can't recreate those.
Sometimes you can.
No, I mean those
Watch your
happen.
profanity.
Those happen in a natural setting though. It was
That's
like,
right.
I won't forget the whole thing when Darian called you a bitch and then it got put on the beginning of the podcast. It was
For the longest time.
I don't know if you guys remember that episode, but it was strictly because so the whole episode we were talking about weight or something,
It's called the episode. The name of the episode's called BMI, by the way.
and Darian kept calling Carlo a fat fuck. So then when Darian started talking, Carlo just kept interrupting him, and then he got so mad about it. And he just started calling him a punk ass bitch, but he was like screaming. And I gotta say, that episode I didn't say anything just because they were going back and forth. I'm like, this is amazing. Like, I'm trying so hard not to laugh my ass off right
It was
now.
pretty good shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
apparently our best material is when me and Carlo
by the
yell
way-
at each other.
You got to tell where your mic is. So you see that? Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I've noticed though lately?
You know what I can do now?
What?
I can actually press buttons and turn people's shit off.
Oh wow.
Actually, I don't think it did it. Keep talking.
Yeah, no.
How about now?
I think it's when the light goes off.
Yeah, no. That light had to go off. I guess I can't fucking do it.
No, but what I was saying is the one thing that I've noticed a lot lately that I wasn't doing before is I started watching a lot of podcasts lately.
Dude, I can't fucking watch them. I
Well,
can't.
like if I'm on lunch or something, I'll just go on YouTube and
Right.
I'll watch them. Like I'll watch Drinking Bros and Tiger Belly with
Right.
Bobby Lee.
Right.
But that's just because Bobby Lee is funny as shit. And I'm
Yeah.
like, why am I watching these guys just sitting around in a studio? And you know what made me just think about it is the fact of these in front of us.
Right.
Like I looked over and I'm like, holy shit, we're like a real podcast. Like,
Yeah, that's right, guys. We're a real
Right.
podcast now. But hey,
Started
Darren, I
from
have a
the
question for you. Did you do your homework?
Yes, I did.
Oh, did you? What podcast are you listening to?
The Chive podcast.
Okay, cool. What's it about?
It's
Just kidding. It's a podcast.
I had a feeling that was the podcast that you were going to listen to. I've never listened to it,
Well,
but
they
I'm
haven't
like,
put out any new stuff, but I've been listening to I
Their old
started
shit?
at the first one and been working my
There
way
you go.
up.
That's fine, man.
But-
But do you get are you picking up some of the shit that they were
Yeah.
talking about? Yeah, dude. Because for me specifically, I listened to the Rooster Teeth one, and I pick up a bunch of shit from them. Even topics, like sometimes topics when we're talking and shit. Like
that's one of the things that I like about listening to other podcasts because like I'm not saying like taking their stuff, but just bringing up a topic that they talk about.
right.
Because there's been a couple podcasts that I listened to. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good topic to bring up. That's like the last episode that we were just let out. the reminiscing one.
Yeah.
That's when I heard on another podcast about the stupid high school games.
Oh, so
And
that's when
then-
you brought it up.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that. And then I was like, oh, I wonder what the guys would say about this. And that's
It turned into a whole.
it turned into a whole episode.
Yeah,
but
it turned a whole episode.
well, yeah, and then it turns into a different conversation because the conversation that we had was a completely different conversation than they had.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, that's personally why I like listening to them because one, you get ideas, and two, you can kind of hear what they're doing to help yourself improve on your actual format. And I mean, that's why our format has kind of changed a little bit, like how Joe includes the ads,
Yeah.
and how it's kind of like spaced out a little bit and whatnot.
Speaking of which,
Here's a fucking ad! Here's an ad!
Hey y'all, this is Matt Chase. Don't forget to check out my band Redneck Cadillac on YouTube. And we got our own Facebook page as well, plus Reverb Nation. And if you like, you can also check me out as well on my Matt Chase Facebook page. Send me a request. I'll definitely hit you up and get you in, and you can take a look at what I'm up to.
and we're back.
And Carlos calling somebody for some reason, and he's just walking away
Yeah.
in the middle of the podcast.
See,
Shocker.
the only reason why I don't listen to more podcasts is because my short drive from work to home, like, it'll take me, like, probably, like, 4 or 5 days just to get through one episode of a podcast.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like, my thing is I have an hour drive to work, so, like, I listen to, like, 2 podcasts a day. But
Like, that's where I'd kind of wish I did have to.
no, you
make
don't. I wish I had, like, a 5-minute drive to work. I'd be okay with listening to less podcasts and saving money on gas.
My drives to work are about 20 minutes long, so I get
You probably get through, like, half an episode in the morning.
depending
and
on
then
the show that I'm
finish it
listening
up,
to. Yeah.
depending if it's, like, 45 minutes to an hour.
Like, I actually started listening to longer podcasts
Oh, yeah?
just for the simple fact of,
The long drive.
well, yeah, it takes me 50 minutes to get to work every day.
Jesus.
So like,
Must be nice.
no, it's not. So like Tom Segura's podcast, sometimes his podcast is like 2.5 hours long.
I can't do that.
No
That's why
shit.
I hate
But-
when we make episodes that are fucking 2 hours
But
long.
my thing is my
So we split
drive,
them up into parts, though?
my
No, we
drive with that, I go through it in like a matter of
I
2
tried
days.
calling you. Can we keep the podcast idea group to podcast ideas and the scheduling to scheduling?
Did I put it in the wrong spot?
No, I was looking for my ideas, but it was like us talking for a minute.
We can create just another spot where it's just podcast talking.
I don't think that
No,
we need
please.
3.
You
Well,
know, you
I
can
was
talk-
just
no,
saying.
you can do all your talking and scheduling. It's just the
Okay.
idea ones is so I can put my shit. So I put some shit up in podcast ideas because I figured we probably need shit to talk about, right?
do we though?
So I was driving downtown.
Like you
and
do
since-
every day?
Yeah, that's right. Like I do every day, and I was actually
Every
at
day.
downtown trying to get to my my parking lot. Anyways,
We
so
saw.
when I was driving, I saw this fucking random guy wearing a full fucking set of armor.
No shit.
Oh yeah, I remember that you sent that picture out in the podcast.
Oh, yeah,
today.
yeah.
Right, dude, that's fucking weird as shit. So I looked it up, and I guess he's like an anarchist or some shit like that. Like,
The fuck?
yeah, the clear here. You guys vamp, and I'll
You,
fucking find the.
you know what's
article.
really funny about that though is when you started working downtown. Just because I previously worked down there, I remember telling you just ready yourself because you're gonna see some weird shit.
right?
Like downtown is just, I don't know, man. There's a lot of fucking weirdos down there. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I know that we're fucking weird. I mean, like,
we're-
I've listened to our podcast. We're
we're
fucking
fucking
weird. All we do is talk about porn and jerking off like 90% of the time.
So the
I
name
mean,
of the
is there
guy.
anything else?
But now, when we talk about porn and jerking off, it's going to be super crispy.
It's gonna be crispy as fuck. But the name of the guy, they call him the Alt Knight.
The whole night.
A man who dresses in medieval garb and walks around downtown is a strange ranger. But is he dangerous? The name of the article. And
Is this like a news article or?
Is
Yeah,
this
it's
like on
from-
the Plain Dealer?
it's from clevelandscene.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Could be fake
this
news.
is a picture right here.
He kind of looks like Jon Snow a little bit.
A little bit.
Gay Jon Snow.
It just looks like there's a bunch of dicks by his mouth.
right.
Oh my god.
So the man's been a near daily presence downtown these past few months. He's often just walking, patrolling his route, a subtle list in his gait, though he sometimes can be spotted doing a bit of light parkour. Dude fucking walks around in a
Dressed
fucking
like a
full,
knight.
dressed like a knight, and then runs around. And, I'm Darian. I suck dick. What the fuck? Way to break the fucking table, by the way, when you smacked it like that.
Oh my god.
Oh, so let me tell you about fucking helping Nick move.
You can't say that on the podcast, Carl.
So, what do you didn't even know what I'm gonna say. So, anyways,
Oh, you're really
so
gonna say
we're
that
helping.
real quick?
No,
No.
So, anyways, so I walk into Nick's house and I'm helping them, like, you know, with their shit to move to their new apartment, and then Nick goes, "Hey, you guys want a shot?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, man." He fucking pulls out bourbon that he's kept in his fucking freezer,
Yeah.
and he fucking pours us like shots, and we're just taking shots as we're fucking moving.
You know,
Is
bourbon
a-
is not a shot kind of drink.
Huh?
Bourbon's not really a shot kind of drink.
Jim Beam. Is that bourbon?
I mean, you could shoot Jim Beam.
Right.
Well,
that's-
yeah,
that's what
people
we drank.
do it, but it's just
Certain bourbons I wouldn't shoot. Like if you're buying the expensive Jim Beam, I wouldn't be
Yeah.
shooting that. That would be in a glass, like sipping.
I guess. I don't know. What the fuck was that?
A
Oh,
dog.
I think it was like
I guess. He sneezed?
It was more like a let me outside.
Oh.
back a couple weeks ago. We get alcohol like delivered to our work because we have customers that just like us enough, and they're just like, here's alcohol. They brought one guy dropped off like Crown Royal, like I forgot what it is.
He
but
must have really liked you guys.
Yeah, seriously, that
No,
shit's
like
expensive.
the expensive one that's like $100 a bottle. You get a gold velvet
What the
bag.
fuck did you guys do for him? Like, give him a handy? Like, the side of the road before
You guys like
Well,
you guys
during Christmas
You
time.
loaded his tile, and then you're like, "Do you want me to blow you real quick?" Or
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
you paid for the full service.
No, like around Christmas time, if we have like long-term customers, they'll give us like food during that time of season, and we have one guy that literally gives us bottles of liquor.
And we return their love with blowjobs.
do you personally get to take that home, or did somebody
yeah.
else take it?
Oh no, he kept it in his office, so he brought it. I was like, "You guys want a shot?" We were like, yeah."
Wait. Your boss kept the bottle of liquor in his office.
It's the expensive bottle, so yeah, I
Fuck,
would.
Dude, I'd keep the bottle of liquor in my office. Dude,
I
you know-
feel like
you know
that's
what's
something that
crazy?
you shouldn't have in a workplace, though.
It's
I
not like
work-
we're just taking shots back. It's
work
like
at a-
at the end of the day kind of thing.
I work at a place with architects, and they all have in their offices alcohol.
Oh,
They probably all have like a bottle and like 2 glasses or so.
so that explains why when I'm putting these buildings together, they're so fucked up, right?
Yes,
Because they're
definitely.
just like getting hammered while they're
Yeah.
building buildings. They're
That's
like
exactly
drawing it
right.
out and shit, and they're like, "Oh, fuck these guys."
Hate to see the
Architects.
tile work too.
Oh my god.
You know, yeah, there was an issue with the bathroom where we, all these architects, I think I've mentioned this, all these architects, quote unquote, I'm not going to say exactly
Quote,
who I
unquote.
work with, but all these architects, like, they're all older, so they like to talk to each other while in the bathroom.
That's
And I think it's
That's
fucking
uncomfortable.
weird.
Yeah,
Dude,
no.
tell me about it. I'm the one that's fucking taking a piss, and all of a sudden somebody's like, "Hey, Carlo, how's it going?" I'm like, I have my dick in my hands. What do you think?"
I actually have a story about that. So
Yeah,
when I'm an asshole, obviously.
yeah,
we all know.
So there were times, one, when I was working at the bar, and two, when I drove to Texas. I like fucking with people that I
Yeah.
don't know. So the one time at the bar, I walked into the bathroom when I was on break, and I was standing at the urinal, and I see this dude's feet in the stall. So as I'm taking a piss, I'm just like, "Hey man, how's it going in there? How you
You're
doing?"
A fucking prick. You're a
And, like-
fucking prick.
It was just dead silent. And I'm like, "I know you can hear me, dude. I see your shoes." Like, and I'm like, I'm trying to strike up a conversation with this guy, and he's all after me talking for like 3 minutes. I was already done peeing. I was just trying to fuck with him at this point. after that, all you hear is him go, "Dude, I'm trying to take a fucking shit. Can you stop?"
You know what would have happened if you had talked to me? Butthole clenched. Ugh, that's what. The moment you start talking to me, I can't poop anymore.
I bet you that's why he told me to stop, because he's like, "I'm trying to take a shit, bro." Like,
Yeah,
but
it's empty. don't worry.
the one time when I drove down to Texas, I stopped at a rest stop, and I'm standing at the urinal, and this dude The only reason why I fucked with this guy is because there were like 4 more urinals, and this dude walked up to the one right next to me.
That's just bad bathroom etiquette.
Bro, that's happened to me at my job too, man, and it's not fun.
So
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, get the fuck out of here, man. There's like all these stalls open.
So you know how I dealt with it?
Wow.
I looked over at him. I was just like, "Hey man, how's it going?" And I just made intense eye contact with him and started a conversation while I was taking a piss. And then once I finished, I was just like, "All right, dude, you have a good day." And I stuck my hand out,
Oh,
and he just looked at me. And then I'm like, "Oh, all right, dude. Well, you have a safe trip." And I walked over, I washed my hands, and I left. I'm like, "You're a fucking asshole for
Did
coming
you
up and
get
standing
a-
next to me."
Did you get a peek at his cockhead? Just wondering.
No, they had like the walls there.
Oh, nice. I fucking, I love stalls like that. They're
That is.
super considerate.
I wish that they had like have you ever been to one of the bathrooms where they have like the full brick wall in between the urinals?
No.
Oh, dude, it's so great because like even if somebody walks up to the one next to you, you don't fucking care.
So I remember going.
At least it's
to,
not like Blossom where they still have like a troughs.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I remember going for swim meet to this this fucking a school, and when you went to use the bathrooms, it was the urinals, right, and then a toilet. But the thing about it was it had
No door.
No. It had a door and it had brick, but it went up to just head height next to the fucking
I remember that.
next to the fucking urinals. So like if somebody like went all the way to the end of the urinal, they could look over at you taking a dump.
I think that probably one of the most uncomfortable things that I ever dealt with was I stopped at a rest stop. I think it was like a little bit outside of Memphis, and I had to take a shit like hardcore. Like I drank 2 cups of coffee. I'm like, all right, dude, I'm ready to go. So I pull into the rest stop, and I walk in, and it was just like this rundown rest stop. So I go inside, and none of the stalls have doors on them.
Dude, what the fuck is up with places like that?
So they
That's
have
just
the
inconsiderate.
walls in between the toilets, but there's no door, and there's just like a mirror right in front of the toilets, like where the sinks are. So like I'm like, oh man, I can't hold it. So I sit down and I'm taking a shit, and then like this other dude walks in, and he's all the way down on the other end, but like you can see everything in the mirror, so you just see each other like taking a shit in the mirror, and you're like, this is extremely uncomfortable. Like, if that mirror wasn't there, it wouldn't be too bad. But, like, it's like, if you're not going to put doors on, at least take the fucking mirror off the wall.
I thought we were gonna become a little more classy once we got these mics, but we're still talking
No.
about shit. Like legit.
Like
I think that's our lives, though.
I
Hey-
I could do my Velvet Radio voice.
No. So I posted in the podcast ideas, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but it's a cop that he grew up in the same hood as like this place.
I remember that video.
I saw
And
that
he-
video a while
Dude,
ago.
isn't it fucking
Yeah.
like
That's
it's
awesome.
amazing. Like so for our audience listeners, it's essentially this dude and he gets it's a cop that he gets called, and this dude is fucking talking shit to this cop this entire time. And the guy goes, "You know what, man? I wouldn't even fucking arrest you. You want to throw hands right now? Let's throw hands. Come on, throw hands." And he fucking puts his hands up. "Come on, let's go." He's like, "I'll even do you the courtesy of not arresting you, bitch." He's like, and the guy's like, "I ain't fighting you. I know how it is." He's like, "Then shut the
'Cause it's
fuck
a-
up, bitch. Shut the fuck." Dude, he was like all hood and shit.
Dude,
it was fucking hilarious.
It was great just because, like, he's like, no, because at the end of it, you're just going to put your badge back on and you're going to arrest me. He's like, dude, I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to arrest you. I'm just sick of
Right.
you talking shit. Like, let's go. Like,
Yeah, because it's funny because it was a white cop and a black guy,
Yeah.
and that was like
I
the
I
best
don't
part.
think. Yeah. No, it was.
No,
it was
he
like
wasn't-
it was like
he
a
was like
female, bro.
Hispanic.
Oh, Hispanic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it does. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because color doesn't matter in those situations.
Well, yeah.
But the best part was at the end of the video, this cop and this dude start fucking like
Fighting.
hitting each other, like just legit like fucking fighting.
and his partner runs
And
up.
yeah, his partner runs up and he grabs him and he's like, "All right, put." He's trying to like handcuff. He's like, "Hands behind your back," and the guy's like, "No, bro, don't even arrest him. Don't arrest him. I told him I'm not gonna arrest him. Don't arrest him."
And then he was like, and I beat his ass. So,
Right.
That's right. And I beat his ass.
no, man, I remember seeing that video a long time ago. And I didn't even watch it when you sent it to the group because I watched it like 4 times when it first came
It's
out.
fucking amazing.
You know what you should do is you should actually post it to the Facebook page.
I should. I'm trying to figure out how people do the thing where they just essentially rip off somebody else's video on the internet and they just post it to Facebook, so that we can do that too.
What do you mean?
If you ever see if you're scrolling through Facebook, you're gonna see a video, and then on top of it says this is so funny, and then look like my page or some shit like that, and below it, and it plays the video in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, those are videos from somebody else. It's just somebody fucking grabbed them and then
They probably-
posted it on Facebook as their own.
Probably downloaded it to their computer and then
And with some and with
Yeah.
some program did it.
Like Jizzy Joe 69.
Oh shit, we have to come back to that.
that's fucking priceless.
So I guess if you heard our last episode, Peyton Lafferty, I'm a ball hog, came on, and to get the audio, Joe went to
Pornhub.
Yeah, he went to
made
Pornhub.
an account.
Made an account. That's right. Made an account and called himself Jizzy Joe 69.
So that is now his new nickname
Yes.
permanently, forever, on the podcast and in real life.
And what we're gonna do is, dude, you know what we should do? We should go to Pornhub and then search his name, because sometimes it shows the history and shit.
Oh shit.
You know what's great is the Jizzy Joe 69 thing. From now on, I think before he can even introduce himself, what you need to do when you're doing the intro is you just need to be like, "Hey guys, welcome to the Designated Drinkers podcast. I'm Carlo, and we also got Jizzy Joe 69 over here."
That'd be great.
And then
That would be.
you just point at us and we'll say our names, just so this way he can't even say it. Like,
You know he'll do that shit where he starts cutting people off. Fucking, how'd you like the fact that he kept saying "keep on drinking" at the end of each episode?
dude, it
That's so
was
funny.
making me so mad. I don't know if you could tell.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
yeah, you were pissed.
because at the end of the one, you were like, you know what? Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you. It was good.
It's the one thing that I have, all right? God, like, you can't take it away from me. Because when you take that away, what else do I have in life?
Your Velvet Radio voice.
Your
Well,
new
podcast voice.
Yeah, that's true.
Girlfriend,
Yeah, new
your
car.
dog,
Your
Girlfriend.
PlayStation, Xbox, big
Yeah.
ass TV.
right?
Expensive dog. Fuck.
Hey, I've been scrolling through. I've been watching a lot of YouTube, and not recently. My job's been really busy this last
By
couple
YouTube, he
days.
means
Yeah.
Pornhub.
Yeah, that too.
Continue.
But anyways, I noticed that there's a lot of I get a bunch of ads about keeping an eye on trains before you cross.
Really?
That's because
Yeah.
people are retarded and they try to make the train tracks before
But-
the thing closes.
Right, but I don't understand how many accidents is there?
Look up
for-
the statistics.
Right, it's just insane to me to think that there's enough accidents of people getting hit by fucking trains.
I
that
mean,
we
if
need to
they're
make an-
stupid enough to be by train tracks and get hit by it, I say
Well,
that's
I
just
mean,
nature taking its course. You know?
Well, just as a for
Yeah.
instance, there was one. You know where the train tracks are on 130th?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There was an AT&T van that stalled out literally on those tracks, and the train was coming, and it just destroyed it.
Jesus.
There's a YouTube
Christ.
video of it.
Really?
Because, everybody's so obsessed with getting videos on YouTube that instead of helping the guy get the car off of the tracks, he started recording it.
Wow.
I'm not even joking.
Wait, the AT&T driver or the?
No,
like
somebody
behind
record because the driver was trying to figure out how the fuck he was going to get the work van off of the tracks, and this dude's just recording it, and that's why it's on YouTube.
Fucking stupid.
That's something that I kind of want to talk about now that I brought it up.
By the way, it's actually lower. In 2017, so 1981, collisions with trains was 9,461 collisions by car.
Oh wow.
They also didn't have the stoppers
The
up; they
guards
just
and
had
shit.
signs.
Nowadays, it is 2,105 collisions. That was last year.
Yeah.
So fatalities, how many people died? In 1981, 728 people died of getting hit by trains. Cars,
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get that. And now it's in 2017, we had 274 deaths, which was actually higher than last year, which was 255.
Well,
Wow.
one of the things that I
Wow.
wow.
Oh, wow.
Fucking, I love you, Owen Wilson.
You're welcome.
So, since you just brought up Owen Wilson, just for our listeners, if you want something amazing, there's literally a 24-hour video on YouTube of just all of Owen Wilson's wows. That's all that the video is. It's just him saying wow.
Oh, by the way, here's a fun fact. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, 3 out of 4 crashes occur within 25 miles of the motorist's home. 50% of all crashes occur within 5 miles of your home.
So what he's saying is don't move near train tracks.
Well, no, that was just a fun fact.
Yeah.
Besides the train thing.
So
so just like wrecks kind of thing
Yeah.
between like 5 miles and 20 some miles, I think you said.
Dress for the slide, not the ride.
So here's the topic that I kind of want to bring up is the fact of how shitty people are. Like, I've seen so many videos online of something horrible happening to somebody, and instead of helping that person, you're standing there recording it.
Bo Burnham has a great song about that. There's a song in his song. There's a moment where he goes, "I once saw a man get hit by a train. I looked, and I thought to myself, ooh, that's gonna be really sad." But I didn't do
saw
anything.
But it blows my mind, because have we gotten to a point in our society where, like,
We
that's
value,
how much technology controls us
we value
Yeah.
likes on Facebook than
more than human life.
It's like the episode of Black Mirror where people get like
I don't really watch Black Mirror.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
well, and one of each episode is different, so it doesn't correspond with
Apparently, Tom, you're not supposed to watch the first episode of Black Mirror. You're supposed to watch like the fourth or third or some shit like that, and then once you're hooked into the show, you're supposed to go back.
it. Yeah, the first one's kind of fucked up. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. But like one of the episodes, I think it was like either in like the second season or something like that. It's like where and it was in a society where everybody gets rated stars, so you can swipe up and you get a positive star, and swipe down you get a negative star, and everybody's like going, you can't buy this building unless you're like a 4.5 star rating, or like a 4.0 star
Right.
rating.
You
Even if
know,
you
it's-
have the
it's-
money
It's
for
funny
it.
that you say that, but China's implementing something like a rating system for people.
Well,
it's-
and if
which
you
is
think about it,
insane.
that's also kind of what we have now. It's just called a credit score.
It's
Well, yeah, it's just still shitty. Like
But
people will like look you up. Like I could just pull my phone up and like see Carlo and see his star rating, and people will be like, "Oh, he's got a low star rating. I'm gonna stay away from him."
that's the thing. In China, your score can be influenced by other people and
That's
things that you do.
see, I don't think that that's right. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
well, but I mean, just on my point, I specifically China. Well, maybe it wasn't China. I know that it was an Asian country. There was a video of a dude.
Racist.
Yeah,
The
there,
China company.
there was a video of a dude who got hit by a car, and he's like laying in the road, and in
Nobody's helping him.
and in the video you see everybody walking up to him with their phones, like
Oh, I
taking
hate
pictures
that.
and shit, and he's like ripped in half.
Or I've seen also, like, I was gonna say the worst one, but you can't get any worse than that. Is a bunch of people found like a baby dolphin in the water, like right outside the water, or like at Sea Park or something,
Jesus.
and they all crowded up, and then started taking pictures with it, and it essentially, do fish drown when they're in air?
It's
They
basically
just-
that thing. They
Yeah.
die because
Yeah.
they don't have
It
the
died,
water.
yeah, because it died because it wasn't in the water, and it's fucking awful. Like people are holding this even after it died, like
That's messed up.
they're still taking pictures of this thing, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here, put it back. Like
Right.
it's not that hard,
It's just
I mean-
unless you're gonna eat it, like,
right?
I mean, don't fucking kill it if you're not gonna eat
Right.
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
dolphins are assholes altogether. They're dicks because they're pretty smart. But I mean, either way,
Did you know that dolphin? Since we're talking about dolphins, did you know that that's actually like a big thing, that dolphins rape people?
yeah.
Like, but yet when people go on vacation, they're like, "Ooh, I want to swim with the dolphins." Why? So you could get a big dolphin dick up your ass? Like,
Their dick is like a. No, I'm thinking
it's
of
an actual
ducks.
bone.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
never mind.
it's not. It's like it has. From my understanding, I was listening to another podcast and they were talking about this. Which
Dolphin dick. That's what I'm
So-
saying.
so it's like an actual bone, but it has skin over it. So when it comes out, it's
Oh,
an
what the
actual
fuck?
bone. What is it?
Jesus.
Oh,
You
hold
got
on.
you got to show us the
I'm
picture
about
now.
to show you this.
I'm kind of scared to
picture.
look.
Is it just like a jagged?
Look at that.
That's
I can't see it. Oh,
That's
God
like-
damn it! Bump
that's
the
like-
microphone.
dolphin scissoring.
Oh my God! What the fuck? That thing's huge. Just imagine the size of a dolphin. That's probably like my arm.
Did you know that dolphins keep a female slave? Like groups of dolphins keep a female slave that essentially rape, like every once in a while.
Good
Did
for
you-
them.
did
They
you-
probably don't
Sex
get that
slave.
much.
Did
pussy
you
that much.
also know that dolphins are one of the only other species that have sex for pleasure and not just mating?
Did you know that dolphins can mate with human beings and they're all around us?
Why do I know that?
Because dolphin facts are legit as fuck. Animal facts are awesome, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like, let me tell you something about another dick. Ducks have, or geese have a corkscrew dick.
Well,
What the fuck?
what I
Yeah.
think don't ducks have like barbs on their dick or something?
Yeah, so
fuck that.
that when they pull away, you know, like it pulls out all the other sperm or some shit like that.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it like clears out the sperm, so this way it's almost guaranteed that his sperm
Did you know that?
impregnate the
Did you know that
other duck.
Did you know the mushroom head of a human is technically meant so that it pulls out sperm of your enemies, of other. Like,
It pulls out the
lovers.
sperm of your enemies. You're
enemies.
like, come here, I'm gonna shove my dick in your dick.
well, no, it's like, you know, like it's supposed to be for like you to be more dominant. So like your dickhead is supposed to be there. Like the shroom around it is to pull out like
Other
any
sperm.
other sperm.
So
essentially.
if you have a bigger mushroom head, then you're a more dominant male.
So
I
do you
guess
guys
so.
just in your spare time just look up dick facts?
Dude, I'm
Do
literally
you just like put random dick facts in Google search?
now he is.
I'm fucking about to though.
I'm literally like probably one of the most like all my knowledge is so unuseful. It's just stupid facts.
That would be a superpower if he was a superhero.
It kind of
Useless
would
facts
be.
guy.
It kind of would be like, dude. There are just times where
You
somebody will say something. I'm like, oh, did you know? And they're like, why the fuck do you know that? I'm like, Google.
I got this.
Oh god. All right, let's
Let's
hear
hear
this.
some.
10 strangest facts about penises. Every penis has a clitoris.
What?
It sounds like the title of a children's book, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But seriously, Hickman explains every penis in the womb starts as a clitoris before hormones sex
Change it to
Well,
be
yeah.
create it, to be a male. Mhm.
That's why we all have nipples.
Yep. Fetuses have erections.
Oh, I got something funny to tell you.
Yeah,
guys.
I also have a question. When is evolution going to get to the point where guys aren't going to have nipples anymore? Because what the fuck is the point of nipples on a guy?
I have no idea. Man.
You know what I'm
nipple
saying?
piercings.
That's right. We've evolved. We've evolved so that we have nipple piercings. Hold on.
You're just born with them. You had the bull rings in there. Like
Before there was Viagra, there was monkey balls.
what? What do you mean by monkey balls?
They didn't have dialysis at the turn of the century, but they did have monkey ball transplants in order to cure impotence. Doctors began experimenting xenotransplantation, surgically transplanting testicles from goats, chimpanzees, baboons into male humans. Thousands of men around the world in the 1920s went under the knife for the supposed benefits of what were known as monkey glands.
Does it say if it worked or not?
It didn't work.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
It says, by the way, it didn't work.
Just imagine you're fucking your girl with your new set of monkey balls or sheep balls, and next thing you know, she gets pregnant 9 months later. You got a fucking baby with a
Yeah,
sheep
goat.
head.
you,
I bet you that the people. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna make that joke. That'd be fucked up.
Imagine if it was a sheep and like it was like, I don't know, some priest, and next thing you know, your child comes out with hooves, and he just instantly thinks of it's a freaking antichrist.
red meat, funky spunk. That's the name of the title of this one. Asparagus gets a bad rap for causing gnarly tasting semen, but red meat and dairy produce are said to result in the least pleasant flavor.
And pineapple juice makes it sweeter.
Yeah, that's probably why. I'm assuming mine probably doesn't taste all that good because I eat a lot of red meat. So
Drink some pineapple juice.
Number 6, ejaculate the low-calorie treat. Apparently, it's like, cum is super low in calories, bro.
I would fucking you would think it would be high in calories because it's just like little babies, you know. This is my baby butter.
But it's not good for you guys. But here's another one. The big bald cheater. Testicular research of a more sociological kindness deduced that men with large testicles are likely to be more unfaithful. I'm not unfaithful.
Large testicles.
Yeah, so if you have big balls. So technically, if somebody's like, get a big pair of balls, guy, that's just insulting you. They're calling you a cheater.
So wait, how
Wow.
many calories does semen have?
100, I think.
100 per load?
Name of the episode, 100 per load. I'm just
No,
saying.
it's making the podcast great again. God damn it!
No, dude, that just beat
It's
it
100
out.
per load.
You just beat it out.
I beat out 100 per load. You know.
How many calories? It didn't say it on the article. How many calories?
So me and Nicole, while you're looking that up, me and Nicole had a very weird conversation on the way to Wasabi yesterday.
Yeah, what's that?
I
also,
feel like
wasabi's
that's every
expensive as fuck.
conversation that you guys have.
We were driving, and somehow we got into the topic of rim
Rim
jobs.
jobs?
Yeah. And she was like,
You
"You ever
looking to
got
get
one? You ever got one?" I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "You like it?" I was like, "It was alright."
So wait, are you?
You've had somebody else's
No.
tongue up your butthole. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
I mean, why don't we just call it ass eating? Because I mean, it is ass eating season, you know.
Yeah,
But
apparently.
but continuing the story, but hold on. And she was like, I was like, "You ever had it happen?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Would you ever, give somebody a rim job?" She was like, "Fuck no." And I was
She
like,
wakes
"Why
up,
not?"
you're just sitting on her
because I'm a
face.
big. She was like, "Because I'm a big germaphobe, and I know what comes out of people's assholes." So I got my fucked up mind. I was like, "Hold on a second, let's take this into a very fucked up direction." I was like, "All right, so what if it was like a newborn baby?"
What?
Like out of the womb.
Dude, newborn babies are fucking gross as shit.
I
Think
know.
about it.
Hold on.
Like, with the first poop is like dark matter
Wait,
shit.
wait, hold on. This gets so much more better. I was like, newborn
It doesn't-
baby,
it doesn't get
has
better,
it
guys.
pissed or shit or anything? She was like, no, because there's white film all over a newborn baby when it comes out.
Why
I
is
was
she
like,
thinking about eating a
No.
newborn's baby
No.
butthole? Like,
No,
They brought
hold
it
on.
up.
Because I told her, because she was like, I won't do it, because I know what comes out of people's assholes. So so my thought was like, all right, what if they haven't shit yet? So a newborn baby, fucked up, right? Huh? So we keep talking about this, and what was it? She was like, then she was like, babies like pee and shit in the womb while you're pregnant. I was like, wait, hold on a second. So for 9 months you were full of shit?
it's been longer than 9 months. I'd hate to tell you that.
Well,
but-
no, like when there's a baby inside the woman, she was like, I was like, so you were full of shit, huh?
It was a joke.
His
God,
name-
it was a fucking joke.
He's saying Nicole's full of shit.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much, yeah.
Also, 5.
5.
That is the amount of calories in semen.
5 low.
That's it?
Wow.
Yeah.
All right,
So
ladies,
for-
you heard it. If you want to go on a diet, just eat a bunch of
Each
cum.
teaspoon of ejaculate has about 5 to 7 calories and some 200 to 500 million sperm. You're welcome.
Yeah, from
Wow.
my understanding, if you, I guess like in one load, you can impregnate like 3 million people or some shit.
Here's the fucking ad! Here's the ad! Here's the fucking ad! Here's the fucking ad! Here it is!
Looking to expand your playlist? Well, Fat Lowell's Radio has got you covered. Lose your religion with Reverend Jess and Deacon Sam over on the Church Absurd. Hear nerd culture get dissected on the Fickle Fanboy with RPM. Get drunk at the round table with the designated drinkers. Hear solid and interesting interviews on Unseriously Serious. Do you want to get involved? Send your rant over to the League of Infuriated Nerds. Also, check out the Fat Lowell's Radio Associated shows. Get your not safe for work talk radio fix on the Rob and Slim Show. Get some life advice from Jerry and Cal on From to Bottom. All of these shows and more await you at Fat Lowell's Radio. You can find us on SoundCloud, Facebook, Twitter, and various podcast apps, as well as our website, fatlowellsradio.us, HTTP, not HTTPS. We hope you enjoy the smorgasbord of shows we have prepared for you. Fat Lowell's Radio, stuff full of entertainment.
Oh, here's another one. Penises can actually break.
Yeah.
Every year, at least 200 Americans and 30 to 40 Britons break their erect penis.
Well, correction.
Wow.
Correction. Your urethra can break. That's what breaks when you break your penis.
And this is the top 3. All right, I'm gonna.
I can't. You know what? Real quick before you go on to that, I've actually been afraid of that like a couple times. Like
break your dick.
yes, dude. There's been a couple times where like when you get into a position. God damn it.
Wow.
When you get, I
You
got
really
a little
are
excited
retarded,
there. When you get into a position and you're like, man, my dick's bent really far down and it's really hard. I really hope that this thing doesn't snap like in half. Like,
Oh my god, dude! Can you think about that?
no, I don't want to think
It
about
just
that.
sounds painful.
Most people break it during violent intercourse, but there are also
Mm-hmm.
cases when men snap their member. Indeed.
Oh, that just makes me think of what was that one?
The new guy.
By the way,
The
it
new
says,
guy and one other movie.
it says right here that you'll hear a crack when it
Yeah.
breaks.
One
Yep.
other,
The cure for a broken penis: 6 weeks of bed rest with a penis splint.
Dude, if I can jerk off for 6 weeks, I'm pretty sure I would just kill myself.
yeah.
Well, that's why they have nurses.
So they can shove fingers up your butt.
It's where you're like,
Jesus, what's with you and bros?
What's up with you and dick facts? That's what I want to know.
You looking to get your salad tossed or some shit?
All I told you was one story
That's
of
all
fucking.
we need.
what the fuck?
Fuck.
No, in other words, the nurse is there so this way she can lick the tip of your dick. So
Yeah,
you can't
that's
do
what I'm
anything with the
saying.
rest of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Not put her finger in your ass. How the fuck did you come out with that?
I don't fucking know.
You know what will really get you off is if she puts her finger up your ass. I mean, it might.
Wiggling
If they play with your prostate, I guess that makes you come harder. And that's what I heard.
Right, I guess. All right.
I'm
so,
good.
Not so
though.
weird now, huh?
Dude,
Yeah.
no, I've had a doctor have to go in there before. I don't want to fucking
Yeah, dude,
play with
it's
that.
not- it's not
not
fun.
comfortable.
Yeah, I know. I've had
It's
it
not
happen.
fun.
I don't. From now on, I don't want anything else up my ass. Like when I'm 50 and they're like, "Well, you're getting
Colonoscopy?
around that age. You're gonna need a prostate exam." I'm gonna be like, if you give me a prostate exam, I'm gonna give you a prostate exam so you can get the fuck away from me.
What if it was like a gay doctor and he was like,
No.
How do you know he's gay?
I was just saying a what if, motherfucker.
I know, and I'm giving you. How do you know he's gay?
Oh,
I am replying to your what if to. How do you know the doctor's gay?
I don't know. It could be one of them flaming ones where you can just tell as soon as they speak a word.
You heard it right here.
The flaming ones.
The flaming.
It's like a
You
bag
can
of
tell.
Cheetos.
No, you can tell. As soon as they speak, you just and it's all high pitched and whatnot, and it's got that lisp.
Maybe his balls just haven't dropped all the way. You never know.
Yeah, no, I mean he's right.
At like 40-some years old.
The moment that you see a full-grown man with frosted tips, you know he's gay.
What about Guy Fury? He's not gay.
That we know.
Come on, bro.
Huh?
Anyways, okay.
He's taking a lot of meat in his mouth.
3. Did you know that masturbation panic popularized circumcisions?
Wait,
King Louis the 16th of France was circumcised because of a too tight foreskin, which caused the procedure to become fashionable among the aristocracy.
No shit.
Hmm But then it says what made circumcision common among the proliferating 19th century middle classes on both sides of the Atlantic was the hysteria about masturbation. Removing the foreskin helped its prevention. People jacking off.
So-
No, it doesn't.
yeah, no.
No. If anything, it probably makes it easier.
Yeah.
So they fucked up on that one.
Number 2, the Lorena Bobbitt effect. When Lorena Bobbitt cut off her husband's penis, it spawned a worldwide phenomenon.
Fuck that noise.
Did it grow back?
Across America and from China to Peru, people were cutting each other's dicks off.
Oh, I'd
What?
kill somebody.
They were cutting each other's dicks off?
No, it says Hickman reports cases of women feeding dismembered penises to farm life, and one wife in India who attached her husband's severed member to a helium balloon.
What the? That's fucked up.
All I'm
Well,
saying.
think about it. You have to get pushed to a point where you have to cut your husband's dick off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sew a fucking
Unless-
vagina shut.
unless
or
you're
anything
just-
like that, just because I'm pissed off at my wife. Fuck that.
Unless you're just a fucking nut job.
You could also be a nut job.
I'm just saying, like, if somebody just cut my dick off for no reason, like, first I'd pass out. Second, I'd wake up and kill them. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm gonna start killing people.
Oh,
see, these things are fucking me up because I keep hitting it.
well, this is what you got to do.
Yeah?
Push it.
Push it good.
Inwards. Yeah, push that piece in.
I'm not moving my hands anymore, so I'll adjust it after.
Yeah, I guess we should do that after the podcast.
Could we have it so the wire's on the back?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, we're fucking idiots. Good job, Darian. We'll do that after, though.
See, even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
Right. Here's the last one.
Do they, though?
The world's largest penis. The largest penis ever to be medically verified was 13.5 inches and 6.25 inches in circumference.
Pretty sure I've seen a picture of the guy. He's like in
What?
some
Yeah.
foreign country,
And
and
just
he
to-
wraps this thing in like towels
So
and shit.
what they say, just to put that into perspective, the average vagina is 3 to 4 inches deep.
He,
So that dude's
he has more
never
dry
been
dick
laid.
than probably most of Asia, all put together.
He's
Fuck.
so he's never been laid in his life.
Right.
It's just like, no,
He can't even get the head in.
dude. Like he
Right.
would just pull it out and they'd be like, fuck you if you think that you're hitting me
Dude,
with
He's
that.
never had a blowjob.
Even if he hired
That's
a
a
prostitute, she'd be like, "You want me to put what where?"
He's like, well, I mean, if your vagina's only that small, I could put it in your butt. I mean, your small intestine's pretty large.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Dude, like, you know, that's the one thing that I find funny is, like, when all guys get together, it's like a competition. It's just like with us. I'm like, oh, no, I have a tiny dick, you know? And you're like, oh, no, I'm hung like a fucking horse, even though that we all know that you're not. But,
Are you talking about me?
yeah.
I'd never say that. My dick is pretty average. I'm not gonna lie.
But it's just one of those things, like,
I can't come anything. I was
you
thinking of
can't
something.
come anything.
No, I was thinking of trying to come up with a smart ass thing to say to that,
What
but I couldn't think of anything.
What Darian was trying to say is he can't come anymore unless some.
Yeah, I can't.
Someone puts their finger in his ass.
Finger or tongue, guys? Finger will get me there. The tongue will just, excite me a little bit.
Oh my God.
Makes me a little moist.
Right.
So my thing is even though that everybody's like, oh yeah, my dick's huge, why would you want a dick that big? Like, if you ever heard somebody be like, oh yeah, my dick's like 12 inches. No, it's not, dude. Because if your dick's 12 inches, you've never been laid in your life.
Right.
Like,
Or if you have, you probably
have destroyed somebody intestinally and they died.
Like, yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, I think.
Like, that bitch shouldn't even be walking anymore. She should just lay there. Like, her vagina's
white
dead.
chicks.
Yeah, it's just like
You end up in a wheelchair.
Afterwards you like have to buy them a wheelchair. Like, every girl that you have sex with, you're like, you just have like a stock of wheelchairs in your basement. You're like, here you go,
Right.
this is for after. And they're like, what? And you're like, don't worry, you'll find out.
Or you have your own personal cab service. I called you a cab, and there's a wheelchair in the back for you.
Right.
It's like one of the handicap cabs too. Like, it has the fucking ramp that comes out. She's like, why did you order me a handicap cab? Don't worry, you'll know in about 2 hours.
So that, I don't know why that made me think about it, but do you guys ever think about why did sagging become a thing? Like sagging
Busting a
your
sag.
pants.
Oh, I know. It's because in prison.
Right. Well, that's the mainstream. That's what the mainstream media wants you to believe, Darian.
Conspiracy theories.
Hold up,
mean,
Do-do-do-do-do.
How is that a computer?
Here's my conspiracy theory
All right, let's
right
hear
now.
this right
Here's
now.
my 9/11, right here.
Your 9/11?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Angelo.
pretty racist.
What?
Just for Angela, 9/11 was a conspiracy. I don't really believe that, but I just like saying it to make her
Look,
mad.
search building 6, 7, 8, and 9. You're definitely gonna know that 9/11 was an inside job. But anyways, think about it. So sagging, quote unquote, was started in prison, quote unquote, because of the fact that prisoners, something about being like marking their bitch or whatever.
No, it was
it's
just letting-
it's a sign saying open for service.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty
Right.
much.
you can
Okay.
fuck me in the ass if you would.
What
like.
if it was started by police?
No, I was saying you could fuck me in the ass if you like.
You're welcome. I will.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Anyways, God damn it. So what if it was started by police
Yeah.
to get people to sag their pants, and when they're running away from them, their pants fall down and they catch them much quicker?
I mean, they
Much
are fat and
much
eat
faster.
donuts, so.
Well, that's why they wear basketball shorts underneath.
Ah,
Have you ever noticed it?
no.
Have you ever seen
Maybe they're just gonna go play basketball.
if you ever see somebody who's sagging their pants, most of the time they have basketball shorts underneath. If they have the basketball shorts underneath, it's because they're up to some shit. So, like, if they have to get away, they just pull their pants off real quick. And
I
then-
mean,
But
if you
think
think
about it this
about
way.
it, they ain't pulling their pants off real quick.
Yeah, a police officer stops you, and let's say,
Motherfucker, you know how big those pants are? All they
Hold
really
on.
got to do is
Don't
go.
check my pockets just yet. I need to take my pants off real fast.
right? Like, hold on, I just have to take my pants off, officer, real quick. It's
Yeah.
not that. Like, you start running and your pants are falling down, and you're like, oh shit, I'm an
And they
idiot.
got a fucking run
Yeah.
waddle.
So think about it this way: you begin running, the cop starts chasing you, and then you try to take it off your pants. Like, that ain't working.
Unless
Yeah.
it's one of those rip-away pants and you just wear like, wha bam!
Dude, I would totally.
And Usain Bolt out of that bitch.
Dude, we should start a service called tearaway pants, where
It just looks like
it-
regular
it's
jeans.
like regular jeans, yeah, and you can sag them. and the moment you
Copyrighted
start-
by the designated
right,
drinkers.
And the moment you start
Oh.
running away from police, you just snap them on and start running.
We should have started this years ago. We
The
could have
police-
been
The
millionaires.
police officer's gonna be so shocked that you ripped your pants off. They're gonna be like, "I'm not gonna chase them."
And then they're going to be like, hey, where'd you get those?
Designated drinkers.
like-
.podbean.com.
Be like 80% chance of running away from the police.
Dude, that would
Put that
actually
as
be
a-
a genius idea. Do you think that that's a thing? We should look up.
We should start with jeans,
Here's an ad.
sweatpants, and then dress pants.
Here's an ad.
Here's the fucking ad! Here it is!
Hey guys, Tom here from the Designated Drinkers. If you're looking to see a good music show, go out to Jackie's Sports Bar and Grill in Paynesville, 569 South State Road, April 28th, 8 to 12:30. Matt Chase and Redneck Cadillac will be out there. And so will we. Come on out and see us. Wasn't that a great ad?
It was a great ad.
It was.
Hey, go see Matt Chase. Seriously.
I really hope that he just puts, like, the ad that I did right after I said, here's an ad. Joe, put the ad that I recorded.
Fucking gay.
You can do it.
No, dude, I don't know, man. I think that would be a good idea. We should look into that and see if it's been made yet.
Yeah, might as well.
Rip
Fuck it.
away jeans. Just imagine the stripper community, how appreciative they'd be.
Right.
Because
And
then it wouldn't be noticeable.
And then I think with that, guys, I want to say thank you for joining the Designated Drinkers podcast. My name is Carlo.
Tom,
And Arian.
We are the Designated Drinkers.
keep on drinking. It was nice because Joe wasn't here. Fuck you, Joe.
They told me they can't wait. I wanna meet my mouth. They'll get me through the evening now, baby, there's no doubt. You know they love to party. They wanna twist and shout. I've got 6 friends in the fridge to help me out.
This has been a Fat Lowell's Radio production. To hear more shows like this, go to soundcloud.com/Fat Lowell's Radio.